welcome back. Happy Sunday. I'm almost on time today. Thank you for joining me. We're going to do all of the Zodiac sign readings for the upcoming week, Aries through Pisces. As always, I'm just going to chat with you guys for a moment, say what's up. If you're in the chat, say hey to me. Let me know where you're from. I always like to know that. And as I get ready, I'm going to talk about a few things for the collective, for all of you that I've been feeling. All right. And, also, FYI, if you like what I'm wearing today, this is from my sister's online boutique, avasophia.com, which is linked in the description box. But the jewelry is from her boutique. Look how pretty it is. As well as the sweatshirt. And she brought me these this morning, which I was a little late because I had company this morning that I wasn't expecting. But she got me this one, and then this is like a kimono. Not a kimono. I guess it's like a sweater. I love it. But I love like all Indian tribal hippie. I like hippie stuff. I don't know. That's just my natural style. Like I'm naturally drawn to like bohemian stuff. I don't know why. But isn't it pretty? Anyways, if you like it, you can get it on her shop for yourself. Linked in the description box below, okay? So, yes, let's talk about the collective and get started. And I'm going to shuffle my cards while we talk, and we're going to go from there. So, one of the things that I've been feeling, was, of course, the new moon energy that came through on October 16th, which is coincidentally also my mother's birthday. Which happy birthday, Mom, if you're watching. I love you. But the new moon energy was pretty expansive, falling in the sign of Libra, of course, and kind of bringing a lot of things to the surface to be looked at, letting go of things that we've been holding on to. It's to rebalance the energy, right? Because if you think about the sign of Libra, Libra is all about balance, being able to see all sides of the coin, kind of being in the middle, so to speak. So it was a very rebalancing type of energy. It could have felt a little bit mentally exhausting. I definitely felt that on Friday. Like I could not focus my thoughts on Friday to save my life. I just there was a lot of ruminating energy coming through, a lot of almost like a fog that set in for me in my psyche when the new moon came through. And it's funny because as the new moon passes through, I have felt an immense uplifting feeling going into Saturday and Sunday, where I felt that fog lift, literally. So it's calling in new energy. It's calling in new possibilities. As we head closer to November 13th, which is kind of the crescendo of all this astrological stuff going on, it is calling in quite literally new beginnings, and we're ready, right? Because 2020 has been a big tower moment, period, So, interesting, the next moon cycle is, of course, on Halloween, which is going to be really, really exciting, and I'm very excited to see the blue moon. But, yeah, that's kind of the energy, the collective you most likely have been feeling or will be feeling. All right. The other thing that I did was I gave you guys a law of attraction challenge. For those of you who are interested in law of attraction, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to be, because all the answers to what you're seeking are within that teaching. But one of the things I said was to hold an object in your mind for 17 seconds, just a regular, like a penny, a button, a feather, whatever. And then let it go. And then when it shows up in your environment, and it will, to acknowledge the power of your thought and the universe's ability to bring what you want to you. And the key is that the reason it's easy to manifest something as small as, say, a button is because you don't really care if you get it or not, meaning there's no tension on the path. There's no beliefs about it that keep you from attaining it. And a lot of the things that we want are available to us, but because we believe we can't have them, they don't come through. So law of attraction is not just thinking the thoughts, but then you have to allow yourself to allow it in. And you do that by accepting the fact that what you want is going to be given, and put yourself in that belief that you deserve it and you're worthy, and release the resistance to what it is that you're calling into you. And so I gave that little challenge, which is something from Abraham Hicks. So this is not unique to me. But I wanted you guys to see what you can manifest. And so I had 2 things come through this past week that I just was like over the moon about. So in my mind's eye, I envisioned actually 4 or 5 different things. I envisioned a button, a feather, butterflies, and blue glass. Just because, you know, I'm an Abraham Hicks fan, and that's what came to my mind. So I want to show you what I found, because I kept it. Well, I should say it found me, because I was just walking around my house. It was the day I hit 120,000 subscribers, which high five. Yes, that's awesome. And I was like in the greatest mood ever, because I was so thrilled that I hit the next milestone, right? And so I was like cleaning, and I'm looking, and I'm like, what is that? And it was behind my toilet. I know, kind of gross, but I cleaned it off. And it was, can you see it? It was a button. I have no idea what this button is to. It was in my kids' bathroom. I don't even know if they have buttons on their clothes, but a button. And so I was thrilled. I put it in my pocket, because I was like, yay. And so I put it in my pocket, right? And I'm like cleaning. I went to take the garbage outside, and I look down on the ground, and what do I see? A perfect white feather. So awesome. I was like, oh my gosh, this cannot be coincidence, because I had just meditated on it. And obviously I kept it. It's important to me. But then later on that night, me and my husband were outside, and we were having wine, and he had a blue wine glass. And he didn't know what I asked for earlier. And he was playing with his flashlight in the blue glass. And he's like, oh, look at this when I set it on this. And I look, and I'm like, oh my God, blue glass. And it lit up, like the glass lit up, and there was like blue shining, illuminating light coming out of it. And I was like, yes, this is awesome. So try it if you haven't tried it. The point is not to go around manifesting pennies and buttons and feathers. That's not the point. The point is to show yourself that you're powerful beyond measure, so that you remind yourself that all the power you hold is within you. Your belief in yourself. Your belief in yourself. All right. So I talk about this a lot on my Facebook. If you want to follow me there, I talk about spirituality, law of attraction, everything that I'm about. It's linked down below, Tarot Time with Dana. You can also follow me on Instagram if you'd like to catch me there. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. All right, now I got my cards shuffled. We're going to get into it. See what we got going on. In the energy, I've been liking these cards. These are Law of Attraction cards. I have my usuals that I like that I'm going to stick with today. All right, and I'm going to light some sage for a quick second. Secchi? Is secchi a word? No, a second. Sometimes I say the damnedest things, you know? All right. And then I'm going to do a quick meditation, and you can join me if you like. I used to do the meditations before I started, but you know what I found? The messages come easier if I meditate throughout the live. So in case you're wondering why I changed that, I just noticed things come clearer when I do it right before. All right. So I'm going to do a quick meditation. You can join me if you'd like. If you don't want to, whatever, just sit, chill for a few minutes, and we're going to go ahead and get started. That was a quick one. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm hoping for the highest messages and the highest good for all of those who are joining me. If it resonates, that's amazing. If it doesn't, just remind yourself these are general, but I believe that if you're drawn to watch me, then you'll take something away from this either way. All right, so let's see. I know I put weekly forecast on the title, but honestly, these readings can resonate at any point in time because time is fluid and kind of based on where you're at. But we're going to put the pretense of this upcoming week around it, all right? So, Aries. Hold on a second. My sage did not go out, and it's getting a little smoky in here. Ooh, Aries. Oh, you know what I forgot? Maminka. I made you a moderator because one of my other moderators, Carmen, said she felt that you would be a really good moderator. But if you don't want to moderate, don't feel pressured to. I forgot to let you know. But let me know. You know, if you like it, great. I'll keep you as one. They felt your energy was good, so I invited you to be a moderator. All right. Okay. Sorry. I'm going to have to take this bracelet off, as beautiful as it is, because it's hitting the table. And actually, one of my followers got me this. I think her name is Dawn. Very sweet lady. Appreciate it. Aries. All right, Aries, you have Saturn and the square here. So this is about having wisdom when it pertains to challenging situations that might be coming through for you this upcoming week. This is saying be disciplined, okay? I know that sometimes it's hard unless you have heavy earth placements in your moon or rising for Aries to, you know, be a little bit patient. But I feel like as Aries develops into who they truly are, they learn that it becomes something that really helps them when it comes to their ambitions and being practical with it. And it's all about self-control and keeping it real and being mature and keeping yourself grounded this upcoming week, Aries. So it's like there may be some challenging stuff going on, you know, that may frustrate you or maybe demanding a lot of your time this week, but it's like reorient yourself to the fact that you're blessed to have demands placed on you. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by that is it's a blessing to have lots to do because we're here to participate. But sometimes when we put too much on our plate, it starts to feel more like obligation as opposed to inspiration. And so this is saying like, you have to reframe it in your mind so that even when it feels like an obligation, you make it an inspiring thought. You make it an inspiration instead. And like the challenge is always to take that wisdom with you into whatever it is that you might be going through this upcoming week, and realize that sometimes when things feel like it's testing us, it's really just growing us, you know. And you can find inspiration in everything, including challenging situations and people. And it comes down to loving yourself, really. Ace of Cups. This could be also in regards to a relationship or love in general. But it's like, you know, doing what you love and loving what you do, and reminding yourself of the second piece of that, loving what you do, doing what you love and loving what you do. And you allow that by allowing yourself to just be in the moment, be in the present moment. Don't try to overextend or over push this energy, you know. Just keep it grounded, you know what I'm saying? And it'll come in. So I feel like, yeah, if there's been some challenging things going on in the emotional sector as well, that also, it's like wisdom stands the test of time, Aries, you know? So it's like use your wisdom from the past to get through whatever this challenging emotion is for you that's bubbling to the surface, right? This says physical well-being is only one good thought away. That's really interesting that physical well-being came up, because it's like this, Aries. If you let these challenges get into your psyche, so to speak, and you're not able to see the inspiration there, then it may show up in your physical well-being. Our physical well-being is directly tied to our emotions and thoughts and how well we are closing the gap, so to speak, or keeping up with who we are. And it's when we get stuck, it's when we get stagnant, it's when we get in the ditches, or depressed, meaning we're not seeing the inspiration in life, or only seeing the challenges, that our physical body tends to reflect that to us in discomfort, dis-ease, disease, you know. So this is saying your physical well-being is only one good thought away, meaning keep up with you. Don't just sit in the problem without seeing the solution. Place yourself outside of it. Whatever the problem is, you know, the best way to see the solution is to turn the problem over so that you can see the other side of it. What good is coming out of that situation? What inspiration is this bringing up in you? And, you know, what have you learned from it? So, I feel that message coming through pretty clear. You know what's really interesting is this card. I've never noticed it. It says scaffolding. I don't know if some of you are in construction or something, or somebody you know is in construction. But also, when I looked down and saw that, I thought about the back. I don't know if you feel tension in your back, or tension in your back could be a sign that you're giving too much awareness to a negative thought that's not the truth of who you are. Something like that. All right, so interesting. You have the Three of Swords come out in the reverse, and I like that it's in the reverse, okay? And then you have the Hierophant that came out in the reverse. Not so crazy about that one. But I feel like whatever this is, Aries, you're going to overcome it with the World at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? So this is like old wounds that might be coming up, and we're in a retrograde right now, so that happens. You know, things that we thought we dealt with, things we thought we let go of, bubble up to the surface during retrogrades. All right. And it's like, you know, needing to see the higher purpose for it, needing to understand the higher purpose for it, Aries. And I feel like you're struggling a little bit with that. You're struggling a little bit to show love and appreciation for a certain person or situation, or maybe even yourself. You know, and oftentimes it is ourself that we're mirroring out and thinking it's someone else, but take it as it resonates. It's like just kind of finding it challenging to be able to do that, you know what I'm saying? But it will only benefit you to give peace to yourself, to give peace of mind, and just know that, you know, even if you don't know that it's worked out for your highest good, that it is in the process of that, and to love yourself anyways, and to emanate that love anyways. But it's like, you know, you may not see the higher reasoning now, but you're going to get there, you know, because this is getting ready to close a chapter, right? And like I said, we have another moon coming up on the 31st, which might be when this chapter closes out for you. But it's like things are going to come to a full circle here. And there's going to be a higher understanding of why things happened the way they happened up until this moment. And a lot of it has to do with recognizing how much you've expanded because of it, how much you have a higher awareness because of it, you know. And yeah, I feel success coming through in regards to that this upcoming week. All right, with the World here. So some of you are in that challenging energy right now where you're, you know, feeling that tension, that frustration, that struggle. But it's like it's going to come to a crescendo is what I heard, you know, during this time frame. And it's for your highest good. So it starts with love of self, and everything else follows after that. Aries, remind yourself of that. When it comes to your physical well-being, you know, it's really important to pay attention how you're thinking about your body, because your body responds to your thought. Yeah. So if you're constantly telling yourself that you're tired or that you don't have enough energy or you feel, you know, like what are you telling yourself about your body? Because if it's not that you're a well-being, well-oiled machine made of trillions of cells that are here to support your life and to constantly remind you that you have the ability to be well whenever you desire it, as long as you allow yourself to believe that it is yours. If you're not telling yourself those thoughts, then you're telling yourself the wrong thoughts. The wrong thoughts, you know. So love your body. Show your body some love. Give it loving thoughts, you know what I'm saying? All right, so person you're dealing with, really, the world. Holy cow. Okay, the world. So this, whoever you're connecting with, Aries, this is the person, you know, there's something really good coming in here. Okay, there's a cycle or a chapter closing here, and this person is finding some emotional fulfillment, right? And now some of you may have been hurt by this person, and it doesn't necessarily make you happy to be happy for them, if you're being honest with yourself. And that's the challenge. That's the challenge. Like, how can someone who hurt me be happy and I'm not happy? Well, you're not happy because you're telling yourself your happiness depends on this person being miserable. And that is really ass backwards thinking. You know, and if it's not you doing this, Aries, then flip it, because it can be interchangeable. But it's like someone here is still struggling with something, and it's like the other person is not, and if finding it really challenging to understand why that is. But this is saying there's a higher purpose here, and you can't see it right now. All right, but you're going to see it. You're going to see how this is playing into the bigger picture of your life, of learning to overcome things and love yourself anyways, and love your body most importantly, because your body is showing up, your physical well-being is showing up, and just allow this person to be happy, you know. So a lot of you are going to fall into that category. But the other way I could read this, there's another group of you here where it's like you don't see this coming, but this person actually has all of these emotions and they want to share them with you, Aries. And it's like, as soon as you get over the doubt that they're not being legitimate, is the word I heard, then you'll be able to close that out and accept, allow the fact that this love is available to you, okay? Because some of you may have been hurt in the past and you find it challenging to allow love in. You know what I'm saying? So, and understandably so, it's difficult to get over things that we feel kind of ruined our ideas of love. But this is saying, for every rejection is a blessing, for every heartache is something greater, and the sun is shining. So for some of you, both scenarios are yours, where the first scenario is you have an ex probably, or someone in your past that is finding happiness and you're not happy for them, you know, just being honest with yourself. But then you have someone new here, or someone else here, that is ready to love you, and you're kind of not letting that love in, you know, for whatever reason, but learning to let yourself love again. All right, so either you're in one group or the other, or some of you are in both and you're dealing with two different situations here. So it's like, you know, allow the love in, Aries, allow it in, and it starts with you. It starts with realizing that you're worth it. You're so worth it. You're so worth it, you know. So that was very specific, but that's what I have. I have Taurus energy here. I have, what's this? More Taurus energy. I have water, Capricorn, I guess Capricorn maybe. But I meant to say Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. It could be a fixed sign, Leo as well. Could have that in your chart, be dealing with that, or it's just the energy. I didn't see who gave me a super chat, but thank you. Thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Okay. Okay, I have a song in my head and I believe it's for you, Aries. This fire, didn't think I'd break the chains that you put on me. This fire. Now, this is a new artist that I recently found that's a Canadian artist. Not well known in the US, but he's amazing, and I cannot remember his name. If you guys know it, I shared it on my Facebook a few weeks ago. Ray something. Great song. But it's breaking the chains that you put on me was the lyric. And how that's fueling your fire. So check it out. Like, that song will get you hyped up. I wish I could remember his name. I'd love to give him a shout out because he's really awesome. He does not have enough YouTube subscribers for how talented he is. But anyways, I shared it on my Facebook so you can check it out there. You have to scroll a little bit. It was like 2 weeks ago. Taurus. Jonathan Roy, Keeping Me Alive. That's it. Excellent song. Excellent song. All right, Taurus, your card came right out. And this card I associate with you, actually. It's the 4th house, even though you sit in the 2nd house. This always makes me think of Taurus. I don't know why. But this is about family, home, background, comfort, cooking, your inner world, real estate, self-care, rejuvenating your habits, your health. You know, you might be in like this very rejuvenation type of energy. And like I said, I felt that come in for the collective on Saturday going into today, this like rejuvenating type of vibe. All right. So you might have felt that this weekend, you know, after a period of rest or after a period of needing to kind of chill out, because I kind of felt more of a chill mode for you last week. So I see the energy is lifting here, and it's really highlighting your home in particular, but also things that make you feel comfortable, that make you feel comfortable to be yourself. You might have actually gotten this card last week, but I think it gave me a different vibe. Ooh, King of Pentacles. Nice. This is your energy, Taurus. So this is being more generous with your time and energy, being more practical, grounded, very, very money focused for some of you, home focused, career focused. You know, for a lot of you, it's like a very practical type of energy, you know. But you know, when we're feeling grounded, when we're feeling rooted, it's easy for us to be generous because we have the energy to give, right? And if you're in that space and you find yourself in that space this upcoming week, Taurus, this is saying give freely of that, okay? Give freely of that to others if you're able to. You also might be working on some creative projects. Okay, great. Writing, reading, learning new things, new trades, working with your hands, things like that will be good for your soul. You know what I'm saying? Like getting your hands in the clay, so to speak, is going to be really good to keep you grounded and appreciative this upcoming week. So this says, desire is the beginning of all creation. Yeah, this is saying don't give up on your desires or dreams. And so funny, I was talking about creativity, and the word creation is on this card. So there's that creative vibe coming in for you, and the desire to have it. If you have a desire, then you can make it tangible. And the only reason you don't bring something that you want into fruition is because your belief that you can't have it or can't do it. It's only ever a thought process away, right? So if you've got a desire, Taurus, this is saying, put some practical time and effort towards it, and it's yours, So let's see where this is headed. Man, I'm getting some reversals today. I don't usually read reversals. The Star in reverse. The Two of Wands. Yeah, some of you gave up on your desire. You know what? That song might have been for you, Taurus. That song could have been for Aries or Taurus, because that was this fire. So the song that I got in between Aries and Taurus could be for either or, because I feel like there's a dream here that you didn't really let go of, but that you kind of had a halt in your belief that you were making progress towards it, and therefore a halt in the momentum forward towards it. But this is like saying, reach to the future, right? Because it's here. And it's whatever you think was lost, or whatever hope that you had that you kind of let go of, it's like coming back up to the surface, I feel like, for you, Taurus, to be looked at, and you're kind of ignoring it. You're almost having like an idea in your mind, but you're ignoring it because you don't think it's practical. Because in your mind you have said, it's not practical for whatever reason. But like I said at the beginning of the reading, if you can desire it, you can have it, but not if you don't believe that it's something that can be yours, So it's like you're looking too much at the practical, like, which we are practically minded as human beings. It's just natural that we think that A leads to B and B leads to C, and we've got to go 1, 2, 3, 4. But actually, that's just human conditioning of the mind. Really, anything is possible, and you don't have to go A, B, C, D. You can go to A to Z. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, kind of get out of your own way here, Taurus, because if you can believe it, you can achieve it, right? And it's right here. It's like getting some sort of enlightenment in regards to this upcoming week, and getting more emotional control as well. All right, so it's coming into an awareness of what's important to you, Taurus, but also what's on your spiritual path, and how are you getting in the way of that. And it's by kind of ignoring these more expansive thoughts that you have that are available, that are here. And I think, like I said, just kind of getting back into the habit of doing more creative things. I heard projects. And Taurus, since you're an earth sign, anytime you can immerse yourself in a project or something physical, it helps to raise your vibration, right? Because that's kind of how you connect with Mother Earth. Taurus is the sign of Mother Earth. So, yeah. Let's see what the person you're dealing with, what's up with them. Four of Wands. Whoa, okay, really? I only wanted 2 cards. All right, you have the Moon, the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. 7 of Wands in the reverse. So whoever this is that you're connecting with, Taurus, I feel like, again, the 4 of Wands is the home. You might share a home with this person, or if not, you share a common bond, because I also think of family, but it could be friend, it could be lover, whatever. I just feel like whoever this is, they're also very focused on their habits, their family, their home, their comfort. There's a lot of underlying emotions going on here with this person, but the Moon also talks about dreams. So it's like you have a hope or desire here, and this person has some dreams here that they're getting ready to kind of allow in, so to speak, because there's another opportunity or opportunities being presented to this person. Could be from you or in their own career, but it's like once they let their guard in, all this creative passion and energy is coming through. And it's kind of the same message for you, which we often mirror people we're connected with. That's why we're connected to them, right? So it's like you may be seeing this person's dreams or aspirations come through for them, or they you, and it inspires the other one, right? You're kind of inspiring each other. So I feel like this is not someone that you have bad blood with, at least not this week. This is someone that kind of like they make money moves, you make money moves, or they make this creative step, you make this creative step. Like you kind of lead each other, kind of like this, you know? And this person's in your life for a reason, because they help to remind you that you can attain your desires and dreams, and you, in essence, kind of do that for them. But I feel them doing it more for you, but it can be interchangeable. Remember, all of these can be interchangeable. But I feel like this person's coming into some confidence here, being more generous as well, or you are. And yes, something you desire is here, you know. And for you, it may be an emotional desire, and for them, it's something tangible, but it's all connected at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, interesting reading here. You could be dealing with, I wanted to say Scorpio, even though I don't have it out, but it could be a Scorpio. I have Aquarius. I have Pisces in particular. The fourth house is Cancer, so... But I have fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, could be Cancer as well. I think I already said that, yeah. Okay. Gemini. Ooh. At you, girl, my beautiful friend. Woo-hoo. All right. Gemini. Whew. You have the North Node of Destiny here, Aquarian energy for some of you. This is all about your soul school, learning curves, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, finding your path, you know, the process of becoming. Which is all we're ever here to do. It's about the integrity and the journey, right? The experience of life, and allowing yourself to keep up with who you're becoming. And I talked about this when I was talking with the collective energy, that a lot of people don't know what that means. What do you mean, becoming who I'm becoming? And it's saying keep up with who you know you're going towards, not who you used to be, and not even who you are now. A lot of people, if you drill down their thought process, they spend an exorbitant amount of time thinking about the past and reminiscing on the past and never being here now, which is a waste of time and energy, because you cannot change the past. Now, you can analyze it and you can have a perspective on it, but beyond that, it is a full waste of time, and it causes tension in the body when we spend too much time not in the now, not in the now, not in the now. So you need to, this upcoming week, Gemini, it's all about placing yourself here and now as much as you can, here and now, And you can do that by just noticing your environment, you know, noticing that you are in a manifestation. This is the manifestation right here, right now, right here, right now. This second, this second, this second, this second. You know, you are living the process of your thoughts and emotions and actions right now. Not then, not in the future, right now. So it's like getting in this place where you can fully be present is going to be really important, you know, because it's kind of like a way, it's a good practice to have, period. But it also brings into your awareness of how alive you really are, you know, because sometimes when we live our lives in our mind, we forget that our body is alive as well, and that we're participating in a real live manifestation right now. So it's like some of you have spent like an exorbitant amount of time in your brain, living your life in your brain, and not experiencing it right here, right now, right here, right now. And so it's like needing to practice the mindfulness to bring yourself to the awareness that there's other things going on here that are much more important and better. So, oh, so interesting. I don't think I could have had two better cards to demonstrate what I'm saying to you. Seven of Swords, the Empress. So it's like, yeah, you getting this messy mind stuck in your thoughts, being too reflective and not present in the present moment, it takes away from your abundance and your ability to call that into you, Gemini. But it's right here, right now. It's right here, right now. If you can place yourself right here, right now, then you'll see it. You'll see it without a doubt, because there's some sort of shroud over this, right? Now, some of you may feel like someone stole that security away from you. Some of you may have actually had something stolen from you, literally. But it's just a few of you. It's more of like, yeah, feeling like something eludes you, you know, and it has to deal with your own abundance and your path. And really, it's just needing to see that you're kind of deluding yourself, and by thinking that someone external to you has the ability to take anything that is rightfully yours without universe immediately sending that back to you in a better form, as well as karma. So it's interesting energy. Some of you are looking right at it. Some of you are looking at a situation or a person that you feel is deceptive, but it's like, that may be the truth, okay? But you, with having a hyper focus on that, doesn't serve you either, because your job is to focus on you, and this is distracting you. That's what I feel. I feel a distraction. I feel like you're always like being pulled in thought form to something that is quite negative and really does not serve you at all, does not change anything about your life or the circumstance, but it does pull you away from the present moment, meaning pull you away from the life you're currently living, and it's decreasing your vibration. So it's like kind of refocus. Oh my gosh, the star card. Some of you could be connected to a Taurus. They have that in their reading. And this is Taurus energy, or you have that in your chart for some of you. Also Aquarian energy. Again, the Strength. Woo! And Seven of Pentacles here. So, Gemini, yeah, this is fulfilling your desires. This is so beautiful. So it's like, stop focusing on this. This is gone. This is done. This is old news, because look what you have right here coming in for you. Let's see. Hopes and wishes and dreams. Yes, please. Strength, confidence, and beauty. Okay, I'll take some of that. Investment opportunities, money, creativity. Hell yeah, you know? It's like once you draw your awareness to all the things that you have and take it away from the have-not, which I feel there's only one area of your life right now that may be pulling at you in a negative way. But it's like you're giving so much focus to that, it negates all of the other things that are going on. But it's like you're learning, Gemini, or you're doing this, or you will be doing this, like pulling yourself back into the present moment. And it's like, oh yeah, I'm like actually really freaking blessed. Like I actually have a lot of confidence and clarity, and I have a lot to be grateful for, because this is my gratitude card as well, you know, and then reinvesting all of that energy into being here now and what you can appreciate right here, right now, in this manifestation, this one, you know, and when you do that, it pulls in more of what you want. I don't know why our human psyche likes to find the fault before it finds the gratitude, but don't beat yourself up about it, because it's very natural. As human beings, it's like it's almost unusual to have a conversation all about things you love and are grateful for and blessed for. Very few people talk about things like that. The majority of people, especially in America right now, are just obsessed with talking about what's wrong. They just love to point it out. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with that? What's wrong here? What's wrong there? And it's like the more you talk about what's wrong, the more you get it, because you get what you think about and you get how you feel about it. You know, so you're just perpetuating it. And I was talking to someone about this the other day. It's almost hard to find people to talk to that are able to detach from that pull to talk about what's wrong, and to talk about, you know, wow, I'm really appreciative of that. Did you hear about that? Did you know that person got that blessing? Because I promise you there's more good going on in this earth than you know about. More good, more well-being than is shown to you on the TV. You know, it's, in fact, there's a ton of well-being going on this planet, but it's like you can't experience it if you never focus upon it, because you can only experience what you focus on. So it's like turning the subject over. All right. Oh my God, no way. I'm so holding this card in my hand. It says, when I appreciate, I feel so very good. Told ya. And then see, look at what it says on the back. It says, appreciation is the secret to life. So for this week, I want you to only let yourself think of positive thoughts and have positive conversations. First, you're going to see how difficult that is in this world right now. I promise. So you might have to turn off your social media for a day or two or a week or whatever. And then surround yourself by people that want to vibrate high with you. And watch how your energy changes. Watch how smoothly your week goes. Watch how you find yourself in the perfect circumstance. Watch how your body is going to feel good. And it's all a matter of where you put your attention. That's it. You know? So this person's energy is the Hierophant. And the Four of Swords. This person's laying something to rest here. You know, you might be bucking up against someone who has different religious or traditional beliefs. This might be the person you want to avoid. This could be the person with the Seven of Swords energy that you were giving too much focus on, that thinks they know better than you. But it's like, it doesn't really matter what they think. It doesn't. Because that has no weight on what's possible for you, only what's possible for them, Gemini. So it's like, let it go. This person does not need to agree with you for it to be true for you. That's the beauty of free will. You know, but it's like, I do feel that this person is wanting to put things to rest, or, you know, they may be someone who gives the silent treatment when you don't agree with them, or they may have been, like I said, deceptive in how they feel, but you're, again, see right now, see your focus is going back over there. It's going back over to, it matters not what this situation's about. This week is about you. This week is about you and appreciating your current moment. So I'm not even going to go into that because that's not what it's about. Really, that's never what it's about, but particularly this week. So Aquarian energy, Leo energy, Taurus energy. It could be Capricorn, Virgo, or Gemini, Libra as well, Pisces here. Whew. Getting kind of sweaty, getting kind of hot in here. Okay. We're going to clear the energy out and go to Cancer. Cancer. If you have a moment, please give me a like, if you will. Boost my video, y'all. Okay, 1 second here. Thought I heard a song, and then it went away. Maybe it'll come back. Okay. Cancer. It's complex, huh? Got the card of complexity. All right. So this is about complex situations. You know what I'm saying? Something that, you know, misses the mark or makes you curious, if nothing else. It's an educational type of energy, but it's almost like, what? You know, it's kind of what I'm feeling like, you know, not really being able to, holy cow, did you see that card? Not really being able to, like, pin something down in your mind, or just letting your mind go really, really outside of the box, that it almost may be way outside of your comfort zone even, Cancer. But you know, it is time to take action, all right? And there's some sort of recognition coming through, so I like that. So whatever this is that's been puzzling to you, there's more cooperation in the energy. It's like putting the puzzle pieces together, getting the information that you need, moving forward, and you know, and you're recognizing something here. I don't know. I'm not getting what it is. Oh, you're recognizing your own talent for a lot of you. You know. Man, your cards are very intent today. Like they are just, they got something to say. All right, so Cancer, it says, it's my dominant intent to look for what I want to see. And I say intent. That's funny. It is my dominant intent to look for what I want to see. You know, a lot of people think that that is silly, because then what if you ignore a red flag? Or, you know, have you ever had anybody tell you, like, yeah, you're just kind of seeing what you want to see, and you're like, I know, that's what I want to do. Sometimes we do want to see what we want to see, you know, but it's like, if you couldn't figure out a situation or a person, you know, it should be your dominant intent then to see it how you would like for it to play out and just leave it at that and move on with your life. And then, you know, watch as things line up for you. You know, so sometimes it helps us to imagine ourselves in future situations, so to speak, where it is the way that we wanted it to be, or it is the way we desire it to be, because it puts our mind at ease, you know, and it's better to have a mind at ease than a mind that's all convoluted and all over the place, and therefore you're attracting all this messy energy, right? So it's like, yeah. But it also is saying, look for what you want to see in yourself and in others. So, you know, not giving attention to the more negative aspects and giving attention to more of the positive aspects that you bring to the table, and giving yourself that recognition, you know, and not really needing that validation from others comes from you giving yourself that validation, right? And I got a similar message to this. I don't remember if it was for you or not, but go check out last week's reading because I feel very similar. Like this is an extension of that almost. Ten of Pentacles, Nine of Cups, Two of Swords. So I feel some distractions going on in your environment. Like it's kind of hard for me to concentrate on your reading right now because I have, like, I don't know if you guys can see my face, but I keep like pausing and I'm waiting for a message to come in, and then nothing comes in, and then 12 come in at the same time and I can't decipher any of them. So you might be getting blocks of thought, you know, that's like kind of confusing. Like I feel like I don't know what to think about first. I don't know which one to hear first. I don't know what's the truth and what's not the truth. Like I feel like you have a converging of energy or information coming through, and it's a bit off-putting. So it's like, you know, oh my gosh, I can't say that. It's like, I heard the F word, but it's like you have to get to this point, Cancer, where you're just like, screw what everyone else's perception is. What is mine? Screw what everyone else's beliefs are. What is mine? You know, screw what everybody else's opinions are. What is my opinion? Because I feel like you're letting all these outside influences like confuse your brain, and it's like a fog, you know, and it's you don't bother to try and figure out the why or the missing puzzle piece or whatever. It's like, see how you see it, then move forward, right? Because this is the energy that I'm getting. It's so funny because you have these very solid energies showing up, but this one is dominating. This being pulled in different directions and not knowing what to think and kind of getting in your own way, negative thoughts seeping in, the opinion of others, things like that. But underneath that, you're actually on solid ground, protected, successful. You got success coming in here. You got a good foundation. You have things and cooperation in your life. And it's like, if you got Gemini in your chart, go check out Gemini, because this is almost identical type of energy as Gemini, because it's like you're focused too much, you're letting too much permeate your mind that's not yours, and needing to get more grounded, and because you have so much good things here. You know, a lot of good things going on this week, and financial success for some of you coming through. And if it's not financial, it's just this very satisfying energy, recognition, reward, you know, cooperative energy. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Jess. Let's see what the person's energy is. Strength card. Wow. The King of Pentacles, the Star. Am I going to get the Star in every reading? So interesting. Very strong energy over here. Whoever you're dealing with, very confident, very hopeful, and also at the same time stubborn as hell. Kind of closed off. This person has a very dominating presence in your life or in your energy. It could be because this person is so assertive or dominating, they tend to make you think otherwise or make you question if what you're seeing is the truth of something. You know? And this could be what the complicated energy is coming from, because I see self-assuredness, absolutely no doubt on this person's side, at least not in the current energy. You know, of what they want, what they believe in, and their ability to attain it. And if you're having some insecurities or doubts this upcoming week, Cancer, you could let that get into your head, because you could be like, well, why, how come I don't have it all figured out like that person? You know what I'm saying? But you do. You do. Everybody has a different path and a different way to get there. It's just you're getting a bit messy in your mind, right? And don't forget, this can be interchangeable, but that's how I'm seeing it. This person may be very focused on their career or money or practical matters this upcoming week, but I do feel this very hopeful, healing energy over here, and this person being a very strong, like I said, presence is what I'm getting, and yet not fully open, you know, because they're not facing over here. They're kind of focused elsewhere. And I don't know, that may mystify you at times. But it's like you have a lot to be grateful for over here, Cancer. And what does it matter? I don't know. Like, why are you letting this get into your head? I don't know. So I'm actually going to clarify that, because I don't like that feeling. What is the Two of Swords? No way, I got the freaking Star again. Okay. Well, and the Three of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So, again, if you look at this, there's cooperation here. There's your hopes and desires, healing energy coming through. And then there's something you're stuck on from the past. You're stuck on something. That's what it is. You're trying to make sense of something from the past, and it's holding you from looking to the future. And you're giving this person too much attention, you know, or too much time space in your mind. Like, well, what are they doing? And what, you know, this is how as mundane as these readings can be. You know, it's like, well, I don't know what I want to eat. What do you want to eat? I don't know what I want to do today. What do you want to do? And like always looking for the other person to make the decision. That type of energy. I'm getting that you're the one doing that, but it could be them. You know, it could be as mundane as that. But on a higher scale, it's like you're looking outside of you for you to determine what you're going to do, and it's always going to lead you astray when you do that, because you have to listen to your own internal guide. You have to follow what's right for you, not for others, and then this will clear up. So I'm not going to spend any more time on that, but yeah. Could be definitely dealing with an Aquarius, absolutely. But it could be Leo. I have Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus here. I have all the signs. I have water as well. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Libra energy. And like I felt Gemini as well. Thanks, Shaylee. Miss you, girl. Haven't seen you in a while. Well, I guess that's not true. I see you all the time, but I see you on Facebook all the time. Okay, interesting. We're going to go to Leo now. You know, it's really interesting, you know, because I was just talking about this morning. I said, you know, I spend an exorbitant amount of time trying to understand other people's perspectives, knowing that I don't have any control over their perspective. But again, it's just like a natural human nature to want to understand like other people and like where they're coming from. And don't get me wrong, I think that's healthy to do in some respects because it keeps you open-minded, but it becomes messy when you constantly doing it, when you're constantly in that headspace, right? So you want to even balance between seeing it from their perspective but also knowing what yours is. Okay, Leo. Leo, you might have a reason to smile this upcoming week because when I cleared my energy, I could not stop my face from smiling. And I'm like, wait, why am I grinning like an idiot right now? I don't know. You might have a reason to smile this week, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so ninth house of seeking, which is Sagittarian energy and Taurus energy here for you, influencing you this upcoming week. This is seeking for higher education, new adventures, faith, beliefs, your spiritual quest, risk-taking, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's like there's this opposing energy here that's very practical and steadfast and earthy, and it's like needing to combine the best of both worlds of being open to new ideas and new concepts, but also being practical, you know, in the energy, so to speak. It's a lot of pleasure-seeking energy, and that's exactly what I felt when I cleared my mind for you, Leo. It was like the confusion of the Cancer energy left, and then the Leo energy came in, and it was like a feeling of very satisfied, satisfaction, pleasure, you know. So you might have something to feel very satisfied about, right? This upcoming week. Maybe you're feeling good about yourself, you know. Maybe someone extend some warmth to you and it makes you smile, or maybe you do that for someone else. But I just felt a warm energy, so either someone's bringing that to you or you are giving that to someone else. So let's see. Your law of attraction card says, I am life everlasting, I'm an eternal being. Wow, this is remembering who you really are for a lot of you. Enlightening energy, understanding that everything that you seek is seeking you, and that there is no end, amen. You know what I'm saying? That's not just something that is written in every spiritual book or religious book you can find. It's the truth. You're eternal. Your physical body may have a lapse in time, but your soul is always present. So it's like, some of you, it's just feeling good and knowing that. It's just like, oh, okay, that feels good. Okay, you know. And, I mean, who wouldn't feel good in that energy, right? It's like, you can't get it wrong and you never get it done, so don't worry about it. And actually, I talked about life after death from a spiritual perspective on my Facebook maybe 2 nights ago. I did 2 different videos on it about the eternalness of who we really are. So if that's something that you've been asking or looking for some more validation on, you can go look at those videos on my Facebook for sure. And that might give you a little bit further clarification, I guess. But if it's not about that, Leo, then it's just about understanding that life is about the experiences and not the outcome. Because as soon as you arrive at whatever outcome you think you're looking for, you're on to another experience already, right? So the journey just keeps going. It's about experiencing and loving the journey. So you had the King of Wands come out, and it came out in the reverse. So you might be letting others take the lead this week. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I would see this card as a lack of confidence, you know, in your ability to take the lead in your own life. And if that's the case, I feel that's going to move out. That energy is moving out this upcoming week. But for a lot of you, it's more about letting someone else take the lead, not needing to own everything, you know, learning to have more reasons to smile and not needing that control all of the time, relinquishing that a little bit, Leo. So, Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, that's that more grounded energy I felt for you. Ooh, the Devil. We're going to have to get one on that. What's that about? Oh, Three of Swords. Wow. So, Leo, and I'm going to come back and clarify this, but a lot of times we learn our self-worth through things that have really hurt us. It seems crazy, right? Because like we really want these lives of perfection and joy, and we just don't want to experience anything bad, and we try to avoid that at all costs. But it's like those situations give us the most clarification than any other situation you could be put into of who you truly are. You know, sometimes, you know, it's like we have to go through those things because it forces us to ask more questions about why. And you can't receive the answer if you never ask the question, right? But you're never going to arrive at the question without the experience to usher it in for you. And I was talking about this again on my Facebook. I was talking about my experience as a with a life-changing experience. Kick the words out. They don't want me to use those words. I had a very tragic thing happen, okay, when I was younger. And at the time that it happened, and I'm not saying any of that is happening. That's why I'm being veered away from talking about it, because some of you are going to get scared like something bad's coming in. No, this is all past energy for you. So you know what I'm talking about. This is something in your past that you're going to get a different awareness of. So I had something tragic happen to me, and at the time I felt like forsaken. I felt angry. I did not understand it. I felt like, why me? I could not place myself outside of the pain to see what was coming for me. And that's natural. That's part of the grieving process. That's normal. But now, after I got out of that period and I look back onto that, okay, so that was like 16 years ago for me, I can clearly see how that moment brought me to where I'm at now. And where I'm at now, I wouldn't give up for anything in the world. So it's like those tower moments come into our life because it's showing us that there's something better, or it's showing us that there is more to life than what we previously knew life to be. It also caused me to ask a lot of questions. Why does this happen? Why do people go through these things? Why? I was never asking those questions before because I was comfortable. But you can't get the answer if you don't ask the question, and you can't arrive to the question unless you go through the experience. Otherwise, you'll never ask the question, and then you'll never get the answer. It's the process of awakening. I don't know how else to put that. And very long-winded, so I'm sorry. But I feel like that's what you're learning. You are learning this right now. This situation is teaching you this. Now, some of you still struggle with this, or you have something going on in your present environment that is painful or reminding you of a painful event. But it's like, take what you learned in the past, Leo, because you know that you're sitting on solid ground. You know that the variety that finds you only reminds you of your eternalness. So give yourself a reason to smile, all right? Because you're protected and you're grounded. You're being more practical. This is about finding your self-worth, and you're learning a lot. It's like lots of light bulbs are going off in your mind, you know, this week. And it's in regards to this. The Devil and the Three of Swords. That was intense. I'm definitely going to have to meditate after that one. Four of Wands. The Eight of Swords. So you've got someone here, Leo, that they are not seeing. Sometimes this person has problems seeing the blessing. They may get stuck or be stuck in negative patterns of thought or behaviors. All of a sudden I'm burping. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. Like a lot of air going through me right now. But this person has a decision to make, and they're kind of all up in their head about it, you know. It's like wanting to be more present in the present moment, and having reasons to celebrate. And you may have a very strong connection with this person. These both of these cards represent twin flame to a lot of readers. If you believe in that, could be a twin flame. Or it could just be somebody that you have a lot of things in common with. I'm like tripping over my words all of a sudden. I feel like this person, they may not know how to express what goes on in their brain, you know, or they trip over their words a lot, or they might have like a nervous energy to them this week. But it's like they're going through this process of deciding what they want, what they don't want, what they want, what they don't want, and having moments of like being present and being grateful, and then having moments of getting like really stuck in their head. And it definitely could be a Gemini, because that was Gemini energy. I have Gemini out. But it could be any zodiac sign. It's just like, what are they restricting themselves from though? The Queen of Swords, the Hermit in the reverse. They're restricting themselves from seeing things your way. Or they're lacking some sort of clarification or answers to a Queen of Swords. Maybe they have a Queen of Swords in their life, or a Virgo, air sign or Virgo, that they're a little bit confused about, or they kind of restrict from talking about to you. So this is very specific, FYI. So that's not going to be for all of you. If it's not literally them restricting themselves from talking about something that's going on with an air sign or a Virgo, then it is just them not feeling open to express themselves because they really don't know how to right now, or they go into these periods of confusion where they just can't see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? And if you're having all these big picture moments, Leo, it's like this person is not seeing it. And I was talking to I've been having a lot of conversations about spirituality lately, which is not unusual for me. But I was talking to someone about how true it is that when you're on a high vibration, or you're coming into awakening, those that still sleep cannot hear you. They can't hear you. You could explain the message to them all you want. You could explain what you're feeling. You could explain how good it feels to feel good or what you learned. But if they're still stuck in this vibration and you're way, way up here, you are not going to intersect. You're going to sound like a babbling idiot to this person. So it's almost like Leo, if you're vibing high and they're vibing low, and I don't see that they're vibing low all the time, but like if you're in a great mood and they're in a bad mood, don't try to pull them up to you, because they'll just pull you down to them. Just let them be and think and do what they want, and you sit over here and you're knowing, and they'll come to their senses, right? Because they're in the process of making some decisions here. So it could be dealing with Virgo, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini in particular, Capricorn, Taurus, Pisces, could be Aries, Sagittarius. Virgo. Don't forget to give me a like if you're in here. Virgo. I'm going to do a little bit longer of a meditation after that one. Sorry. I got Virgo that you're seriously contemplating on something right now. But you don't need to be so serious. In fact, the answer is never in the energy of seriousness. The answer is only ever in the energy of joy. Seems counterproductive to say that, right? Because we think when we have to make a difficult decision or there's something that we need to decide on, that we need to be very serious about it. And that is a very Virgo-like trait. But actually, the more serious you get, the more your energy comes down a level, and the harder it is for you to see the answer that your higher self knows. The higher your elevation is, the higher your vibration is, the more connected you are with your higher self, and the easier the answers come in. So it's like, don't take it so serious. Find something to be happy about right now, and the answer will come naturally. You don't need to sit and contemplate and try and force it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's surrender. That's what the card says. See? Told you. 12th house of surrender. So this is about your subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, letting it go. Let go, let God. Let go, let God. You know, there's a reason that's a saying, Virgo. It's a very spiritual energy. It is also Piscean energy for some of you, but it's like, it's this energy of not needing to map it out, because the map is already there. You just got to allow it in. You know what I'm saying? Like, the answers are already there. What you want you. So you don't need to sit in contemplation and think about maybe this is the right move or this is the right move. Thank you for the $5, Courtney. You just kind of need to surrender it and allow yourself to be present in the present moment and find something to be joyful about, because when you raise your vibration to joy, the High Priestess comes in. The answers that you seek are in the elevation of joy. When, I'm going to give you an example, Virgo. When I go for a walk in the mornings, I spend the entire 30 minutes or so just noticing every flower and tree, and I place myself in the present moment of gratitude and appreciation by surveying the environment around me and just noticing it, just being like, I never saw that tree before. I like that. Or I like that person's decorations, you know, I like that. And I do that for 30 minutes. I'm not trying to solve a problem. I'm not focused upon something that's been bothering me. I'm just simply in the moment for 30 minutes. And at the end of that walk, every single answer that I have ever asked, every single question I have ever asked, I have the answer for when I get back to my house. It's like, you get answers, but not in the way that you think it is. It's like you kind of have to get out of your own way. And then it'll be like, as I approach my house, all of a sudden I'll have like this dawning of, oh my God, yes, that makes so much more sense now. Because you have to allow it in, you know? That's the way that I do it, but there's lots of different ways to do it. I do find walking outside is, bar none, as close to it as you're going to get other than meditation. Of course, meditation will bring it in as well. But maybe try that this week. You know, if you find yourself really focused on something or in a mental space that you're stuck in, do something that forces you to be present in the present moment, and then watch as the answers flow in, okay? Because this is about also understanding the power of your intuition. Both of these are very intuitive cards. You know, the 12th house and the High Priestess are both Piscean energy. So this is coming into your spiritual power, you know, acknowledging that you're more than just this bag of bones you're walking around in. And some of you have a spirit guide here that may be trying to speak to you. And you can't hear it when your mind thinks it knows better than your soul. So you got two cards here. It says, I'm a physical extension. Oh my God, that's what I just said. I'm a physical extension. Sometimes I'm just amazed how much these cards correlate. It says, I'm a physical extension of creative, non-physical energy. That is exactly what I just said. You're more than this bag of bones that you think you are. And then the other card says, there's nothing for me to guard against. Meaning, there's nothing for you to protect yourself from. There's no reason to walk around in defensive energy. You know, you just need to allow it in. And in fact, the guardedness is what's keeping it out. I can see why. So, 3 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Wow, 10 of Pentacles. That's a turnaround right there. Holy cow. You go from having heartache, pain, sadness. It doesn't look very pleasant. And then, hello, new opportunities flowing in. Everything that I've asked for and more. Firm foundations, generosity, gratitude, money for some of you. More time, more energy. Why? Because you're going to learn to allow it in, or you have been learning that for a few of you, and it feels better when you do that, right? When we're not forcing ourselves to do an action or pushing ourselves beyond what we're ready for. All right, so this is like getting some sort of payout on an energetic vibrational level that is really going to help you understand the power of your intuition, Virgo. So let's see what the person you're dealing with. And you have the 3 of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, the Ace of Cups. So this person, they have this fear of rejection over here. All of a sudden I'm itchy. What's up with that? Okay. This person over here has a fear of rejection. Okay, it could be stemming from you. It may not be stemming from you, but it's in their energy. But yet here they have this cooperation, this seeing the bigger picture, a lot of love to give or love for you. And all the stubbornness that comes along with it. This person might be a very stubborn energy. They might be someone who likes to have the upper hand, or like this is someone who doesn't back down from an argument. So you cut, they cut deeper. You do this, they go further. You know, and really if this person was to look at the situation, they would see that that does not serve them. In fact, it totally takes them out of alignment when they try to return the favor, so to speak, but not in a very good way. And it may have really hurt you, you know, because of that behavior with this person. But it's stemming from their own sense of being hurt or rejected in the past. All right. But even though they have that going on in their energy, they also have this immense amount and desire to cooperate, to see the bigger picture, and they have all of this love, emotion, feelings, you know. So I just feel like it's a mixed bag over here, Virgo. But, you know, you have things and doors of opportunity opening up to you and more steady foundations over here once you get out of your own way. You may feel that you need to protect yourself from this person, or that you need to guard yourself, right? But and I'm never saying to put yourself in a situation where you're not safe. Let's be very clear on that. But on an emotional level, this is saying just kind of be present now, and whatever it is that you're very concerned or concentrated on, you'll get the answers, okay, in a much faster way. And this energy is going to flip to where there's more generosity being shown to you because of that. So I feel like sometimes when I deliver messages about unconditional love, people are so out of touch with who they really are. They have difficulty hearing that, which is really crazy to me, to love them anyways. And I think it's because they're thinking of like extreme circumstances where there's something like I'm saying, to take less than you deserve or to take abuse. And that's never what I'm saying. I'm saying first, unconditional love is unconditionally loving yourself. It has nothing to do with anyone else. It never has anything to do with anyone else. Never. When I give messages of unconditional love, I'm talking about the relationship between you and you, your ego and your higher self. And when you get in that unconditional loving space of who you are, well, unconditional love will find you. That's what I mean by that. Okay? So I know it's hard, especially in this day of age where we're so brainwashed with all this ego crap that's on our social media and videos and movies, and that we forget what the true definition of unconditional love is. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because somebody ripped me a new one on a Facebook post last night that was about unconditional love, because they thought I was telling them to accept less than they deserve. And I could tell this person had really a very slim connection with reality in general. But I could tell they didn't understand what I meant. And that's what I mean. That's what it means. That's the true definition. Nothing to do with anyone outside of you. However, when you have unconditional love for yourself, is it easy for you to look upon others and have it for them? Of course, because you can only give what you are. You can only give what you are. So don't be mad, though, when people place conditions on how they love you, if you're placing conditions on how you love them, because you're also getting what you're giving. You know. so now we're going to go to Libra. And just FYI, if that person is watching, I don't hold any ill feelings. I did delete the comment just because it's not the time and place. And it's okay to disagree, but it's never okay to try and tear someone down in the process. And as opposed to me try to respond and tear them down in return, I just delete it. And I just say, okay, love you anyways. You'll figure it out someday. And maybe I'm telling this story, Virgo, because that's what you need to do. Because wasn't that what your reading was about? Not giving conditions back to someone who's giving you conditional love. Maybe you just need to say, okay, I'm sorry you feel that way. I love you anyways. But I'm going to love me too. Yeah. You know. All right. I'm going to breathe this one out real quick. Okay, so Libra, I just got an image in my mind of like someone tensing up. It was actually my mother. I'm going to tell you this, Libra, because this is part of your message, clearly. Because my mother is a Libra, and her birthday was on the new moon, the 16th. And I had a very clear visual of her in the car. My mom, I love you so much, Mom, is not always the funnest person to drive with because she's always like, oh, watch it, watch the car, watch this, watch that. You know, maybe not quite to that extent. I'm exaggerating a little, but she has a tendency to do that. You know, like if you get too close to another car, she's like, you know, and then it scares you as the driver because you're like, what? It's this hyper-awareness. It's this hyper-awareness, Libra, that you're bringing to the table. Now, you feel that this hyper-awareness is keeping you safe, but it's actually keeping you very tense because I feel like this, like almost like tensing up of the situation around you. It's a feeling of things are out of control around you and tensing up against it. Yeah, but it's almost like relax, you know. This is the week to relax that a little bit, to go more with the flow, to not tense against situations. Some of you have like a memory or a thought or like a person that creates like instant tension when you go there in your mind or when their energy is near you and you tense up against it and you therefore close yourself off energetically. And it's saying, you know, that's not serving you to do that. Although I get it's a knee-jerk reaction, it is more of a reminder, Leo, could be doing Leo, Libra. It's more of a reminder when you have those knee-jerk responses that you are in reaction mode and not creation mode. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Meaning you're thinking that life is happening to you versus you creating the life that you want. So it's a flawed premise in the way that you're thinking about something. Thinking that you have no control over like a situation or something that's happening, but if you reframe that thought, Libra, you always have control over your responses. Always. Always. Even in knee-jerk response types of situations. So it's so funny because I got your card out, Libra. This is about harmony, cooperation, balance, being more socially aware. It's a very artistic energy. This is you. This is you being you. This is you being you. Nothing wrong with being you. You know, and feeling more like you than you felt before. Allowing life in and not tensing against it. Seven of Swords. Came out in the reverse though, but I have the deck upside down. Yeah, it's this not trusting of yourself, okay? I feel like there's some type of trust thing going on here. I'm going to have to move my table. All right, and not trusting your own well-being, Libra, because I feel like you're having a lot of knee-jerk reactions, like to other people's responses to you. And we only ever feel out of control when we're not in alignment, meaning we have forgotten that we're conscious creator, that we are always in the driver's seat of our own life. And you might be good for you to meditate or put yourself in nature, or you know, so that you can figure things out, figure yourself out. Some of you might be going through that journey of figuring yourself out right now. You might be in that energy. I feel like birthday seasons always bring that out in people, because it's like forcing you to look, I'm this age now and what's happened to me before then. And it's like a period of reflection almost, you know. And for some reason, there's been some distrust in your environment, or distrust of yourself, or of situations and other people, and it keeps causing these reactions, I feel, that are not necessary. So this says this says the vibration of my being influences the universe. Okay, so like I was saying, now law of attraction is always working, whether you're conscious or unconscious of it, okay? We live in a world that responds to the way that we are feeling. And if you look around you, you will see that clearly in other people and circumstances and situations. Because you might be in this hypersensitive or knee-jerk reaction type of vibe, you might be creating a bit of chaos in your environment, so to speak, of people having reactions like that towards you, or finding yourself stuck in like traffic or something, or, you know, having experiences that cause that. And really it's just life reflecting back to you where your baseline is, right? So this is saying the good news is, Libra, you have complete control over that. Complete control over that, right? So you know, reminding yourself that your well-being is intact. There's harmony around you. You are guided, you are protected. You are here with a guidance system and a universe that wants to support you, and getting yourself back into that remembrance. Ah, yes, that's me. This is me being me. This is me being me. I like being me. I actually really like this. I like being in control. I am in control. I can control how I feel. I am safe, you know, like getting yourself back into the rhythm of who you really are is going to be highlighted. Ooh, Libra. Gosh darn it, Libra. I don't want to scold you on your birthday, but stop with the distrusting thing. Why? Because look what's here for you. Some good opportunities here. You have like things being presented to you, and you're having knee-jerk reactions, and you're like, I don't trust it. That looks good, but maybe not, you know? Or like, that looks fun, but I'm not sure, you know? Wow, and I'm not saying you don't have reason to feel that way. Maybe something that has happened in the past that has put you in this energy. You very well may have been lied to. You know, you might have caught yourself you know, kind of lying about your intentions as well. But it's like, let it go. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. And here's the Death card. Because this defensiveness, this guardedness, this protectiveness is keeping out something, a big change. But I feel this is, even though it's showing up as finances, and it could be, I actually feel like this is a change in the way that you're emanating your vibration, or a change within yourself. But it's like there's an opportunity here, all right? And some letting go of the guardedness and the defensiveness, going with the flow this week, going with the flow, remembering who you are. You know, you might have had something, or you might have this upcoming time frame have an opportunity come through, and you're very guarded and suspicious of it. And like I said, maybe you have reason to. So you may actually reject this because you don't trust it. So use your discernment here. All right. But I feel like there's a difference between using discernment and then getting all wacky about it. Like, there's no reason to get wacky about it. I don't know. I'm getting kind of wacky energy here. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Whoa. Six of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so some of you don't want to repeat the past. You don't want to repeat the past. You know what I'm saying? Or you're dealing with someone that may have been stuck in the past and not willing to cooperate, but really what they want is to just love you and adore you and have some emotional satisfaction with you. It's like neither trust that at the moment. This is really interesting. So it's like either you're both simultaneously moving out of this distrustful, defensive energy into this new opportunistic energy where things are changing and there's love coming in, and you're both vibing at the same time into that energy. Or it's like both are covering up or blocking kind of their own blessings because of the guardedness, knee-jerk reaction energy. But it's almost like, yeah, you may not see this right now. Am I on camera? You may not see this right now. In fact, I think you don't see it. I think what you don't see coming, or that which you don't see that's going on underneath the surface, is that there's a lot of love here and it's genuine. And there's an opportunity here and it's going to change everything. You know, but until you allow yourself to see the harmony that is here for you, it can't come in. That's kind of what I'm feeling. Interesting reading, Libra. So you could be dealing with another Libra. Good luck with that. I'm kidding. But I also have Gemini, Scorpio here. Could be Aquarius, Pisces, Cancer, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I gotta move my table here. Hold, please. Can you see my table? Ooh. Okay. Whew. It's in the sun there. Now we're going to go to Scorpio. Can I tell you that this entire time I've had the song Ophelia playing in the back of my mind? Oh, Ophelia, you've been on my mind since something, something. I never remember that part. Since before the flood or something. Oh, Ophelia, Thank you for the $20 super chat. I can't see your name. Is it Krishawn Jones? Appreciate. It's because I was listening to it this morning. I don't think that's for anybody. Although if you like that song, go check it out. But before I went live, I was getting ready, and that song came on, and I was jamming to it. But actually, you know what? That song did come up for Libra. In the Libra reading I posted last week, I think, that song was a part of that reading. Interesting. Oh, Ophelia, you still forgot the words. Baby, I love you, and that's the truth. Give me a second. I'm really liking this. You know, I kind of laughed when this was bought for me because I always use this to clear my mind with. I always have, even though it's old and broken. But honestly, my phone just went off. Sorry. I don't know why. Could just be all in my head. But this one, I like it. So, as I was clearing my mind, Scorpio, what I saw was a rocket. I saw a rocket going up, a rocket of desire. Some of you have something that you want, you know, and it wants you, right? Because you don't desire for something unless it's possible or within the realm of possibility to bring in, right? So I feel like this past weekend, during the new moon in particular, you could have been really focused somewhere and launching rockets of desire. Now, if you don't know what that means, what it's in reference to is when you're reaching for something that you don't believe you can have, you make requests, right? That's a form of prayer. So if you're very focused in a thought form, but you're not believing it's a possibility, meaning you're like dwelling on a person or a situation, but you think it's unrealistic, you're praying, so to speak, in thought form, meaning, you know, universe hears every thought, and whatever it is that you were hoping for is available to you, but you got to get out of your disbelief that it is available to you, if that makes sense. Meaning, like, whatever you were praying about or thinking about or asking for, your prayer, your thought has been heard and answered, but you got to allow it in, meaning you have to open your mind and allow yourself to see the bigger picture of different possibilities, and to allow yourself to believe that there are infinite things that play that can, and that nothing you ask for goes without an answer. It's only the only thing that limits you from getting it is your inability to get out of your own way and allow it to come in. I don't think I'm explaining this right, but it's like, don't limit your mind as to what's possible for you. That's what I'm saying. All right? Don't limit yourself like that. Some would call that wishful thinking, but I'll tell you, wishful thinkers often get what they wish for. So as impractical as that may sound, wishful thinking's sometimes where it's at, you know? So you have Virgo energy here. Somebody could be dealing with a Virgo. This is a very practical vibe, okay? So I can see why it's hard for you to get out of that form of thinking, Scorpio, because it's almost like you're so practically minded, right? Or you're being so methodical about the situation. You have a certain set of beliefs about how things work, and it kind of prohibits you from being able to imagine other possibilities, therefore prohibiting what's coming into you. So it's like needing a bigger awareness, and some more insight so that you can be more accurate and discerning with what you're asking for, okay? So this energy can be a bit critical of self or others. It can be a bit perfectionist. It can be nervous. But on the other side of that coin, it's very refined energy, okay? You might be preferring time alone lately rather than time with others. But I think it's so that you can kind of get yourself back into balance. Scorpio. I can't with you right now. Look at this messy energy here. What does this card say, though? Can you read it? It says trust, trust, trust. Trust that if you open your mind and allow yourself to have wishful thinking, and you believe you're worthy, that the universe will line it up for you and it'll come in a way that you never knew was possible. A lot of people lack faith in life. They lack faith that there's something outside of them that has heard them and is answering them. And because of that lack of faith, they never see things come to fruition. And it's unfortunate because all it is a thought process. All it is a thought process that creates what your world. Your world, inner world, exterior, current circumstance. So it's like, yeah, there's success here for you this week. And it's kind of coming in because you kind of don't care. So I feel like, Scorpio, when you get yourself into this energy of like, well, okay, then I'm just going to let whatever come to pass and be kind of indifferent, and relax a little bit in the energy, then that state of allowance brings in almost immediate success, right? So it's like coming to full fruition here, as long as you're trusting, right? Also, this is kind of a side note. Pay attention to your health. And I don't mean that in like a scary, something wrong is going on here. I'm just saying your health starts with your mental well-being. So think good thoughts about your body and allow yourself to be happy and present in the present moment. Allow the energy to flow through you that you're naturally a part of, you know, because I feel like a nervous energy or like a very tense energy here, and that's not serving you, so to speak. So it's like, find something to do with your hands, because like I was saying for Taurus, Scorpio is very practical, and when you're able to immerse yourself into your immediate environment and do something that with your hands, it helps to ground you in your energy, okay? And as I say that, 10 of Pentacles. Justice, Knight of Swords. Ooh, that was hiding under there. Okay. Got some stubbornness here. So, Scorpio. Hello, groundedness. Hello, opportunity. Hello, feeling that good foundation. Welcome it in because it's here. So there's some sort of balance that's coming in for you energetically, but it could also be within the home or finances. You know, feeling pretty emotionally satisfied this week. I like this. There could be some sort of communication here that you were holding back or that you were being very stubborn about. But I feel like you're kind of releasing that, or maybe you were very fixated on something or fixed on an opinion and you weren't really letting it go. And because you weren't letting it go, you weren't allowing it in. But I feel almost like, okay, I'm just going to say it, I'm just going to do it, or like there's something coming in that's releasing that energy, and then it's like immediately satisfying. It's like feeling pretty proud of yourself. You know what I'm saying? I feel that. And for some reason, I feel it for a few of you, not all of you, in kind of a... I don't know how to put this into words, because it's like... like... like I'm right kind of way, or like, I don't know how to put it. I wanted to say smug, but I don't think it's smug. I mean, for some of you it could be a bit smug, but it's just feeling like, yep, I'm right, or this reading's kind of cracking me up a little bit. So it's like not caring, it's like you just stop caring, what other people will say, or you somehow made yourself indifferent, and then it's like the karmic scales are balancing out. You're feeling pretty satisfied in that, and it's after you come off being stubborn or someone maybe that you're dealing with. So let's go into that. So one of my best friends is a Scorpio, and he loves being right. He loves being right more than happy, which definitely impedes on his happiness a lot of the time. He can't see that, but everyone around him can see that. But and I'm not judging that in the sign of Scorpio, because I have Scorpio in my chart, but you know what I'm saying? That's kind of the vibe I'm feeling almost. So maybe that's the decision you're making here. You want to be right or you want to be happy. And whatever decision you have been making, evaluating that, has that brought you more of what you want or less of what you want? And if it's less of what you want, then there's a switch up here. There's like a letting go of something here. Whoa, I'm not trying to get all these cards. So the person you're dealing with, they are 7 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 4 of Swords, King of Swords. So this person has some emotional confusion going on, all right? Not really knowing where to put their time and energy, but I feel that they're very future-oriented, right? This person might be at peace with themselves, their life, the situation. There's reflection here onto the situation. Or like they might be very reflective in thought, just in general. That's just who they are, maybe. But it's like, yeah, I don't feel that this person is someone that's going to budge, Scorpio, or it's like the energy that I'm getting from this person is like, I know what I know, and that's what I know. Like if there was emotional confusion here, it's kind of clearing out for this person, and they're getting more clarity, all right, or clear mind, because this is a higher perspective, all right, and very much focused on the future. So I feel their energy is turned away from you, but at the same time reflecting back to you. So this person may be like a mirror, meaning they reflect whatever you reflect to them. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that is present in, like I said, twin flame soulmate types of connections, or just someone, or it's just like they have a reflective personality. It could be Gemini, because Geminis tend to do that a lot for some of you, or like reflect back onto someone what they're giving. But I think that this person's trying to be more dutiful is the answer that I got. It's kind of a weird word. And discerning in their energy, but I also felt that in your energy. So it's interesting how you play off of each other in the connection, right? So it's like, I don't know. I lost my train of thought like completely, like a full block. So there was something here about being indifferent about success. Now, if this is in regards to career, it's like success will come in for you once you stop caring so much about others' successes or prior successes that didn't work out. When you become indifferent and you make it about the process of just doing it because you enjoy it, then success naturally comes in. And I feel like that's also in regards to connections and relationships, where it's like, once you're indifferent as to whether it'll be successful or not, and you just enjoy maybe the present experience, then more of that will come in via law of attraction. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there. But you could be dealing with, I have Virgo twice. But I have fixed energy, so it could be Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Libra, Gemini. I felt Gemini earlier. Pisces, Cancer. All right, Sagittarius. Whew. Some interesting chats going on right now. For some reason it grabbed my attention. It must be you pulling me in. I don't know. I think it's the opposite. I don't know. I don't know what that means. So funny that I look up in the chat and that's the message that I read. I try not to read the chat anymore. I always read it afterwards, FYI. As soon as it publishes, I love to read, you know, what you guys are saying and stuff. But I try not to read it when I'm reading because it throws me way off. Way off. All right. Sagittarius. I got a new pair of shoes. That's the song that's in my head. I got a new pair. Is that a song? I got a new pair of shoes. So Sagittarius, you're getting a fresh perspective this upcoming week, okay, on what life could be, you know, and some of you might get a new pair of shoes. I don't know, maybe going shopping or something. But it's like walking through life, but with a new pair of shoes, you know? And then as I say that, you have revolution here. Mars. So I feel like it is this revolutionary type of energy. Like I was just saying, it's a breakthrough. It's getting insight. It's kind of awakening to what life could be. And you want to prepare yourself for some maybe unexpected energy, especially with the planetary alignments and the retrograde. But it's all about freedom and establishing your freedom and following your desires, following your impulses more, trusting your impulses more. Be careful about anger, okay? So this energy could quickly go into argumentative energy, angry energy, you know, overdrive. So you don't want to push it into overdrive, right? You want to take the positive ends of the energy and leave the rest. And this says, I choose my unique path to joy. Desire is the beginning of all creation. Wow. So I feel like Sagittarius, you know, you have a unique path, right? And your desire to walk that path is what's creating the path for you. You're having a breakthrough this upcoming week. And I want to say this upcoming week because I feel like you've been having a breakthrough, Sagittarius, for like the entirety of 2020, to be honest with you. But it just might be more prominent in the energy as to the why. You know, so sometimes we go through things and we don't really understand the why. And I was talking about this in Virgo's reading, where like when you're in the thick of it, when you're in the thick of a change or a situation, it feels like, what is the purpose of this? And then it's after we move out of that energy that it's clear. Like, oh, okay, I got what that's about. And for you, it's all about your strength and your confidence and standing in who you are and having the desire to choose your unique path towards that and learning to follow that more, to follow that impulse more and to leave anger out of it. Sometimes people think like in order to get over something, you have to hate someone or be angry. And don't get me wrong, anger is better than feeling despair about a situation. So it's necessary. But you don't want to live in anger. You don't want to constantly feel this tug of war, frustration, right? You want to elevate from that. And I feel like that's what this is about. It's elevating from that and finding the courage and the strength to have more temper control and mood control. And when we have more control over that, then we have more control over our path because energy is always responding to the energy you're putting out. Meaning if you're putting out a lot of frustrating energy, you're going to get a lot of things that will show you evidence of things to be frustrated about. So it doesn't serve you to sit in that energy for too long. It serves you to feel it and then let it go. So it's like learning to feel it and then let it go, and then feel it and then let it go. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, expect some big insights and changes. The sun is following me. It's like... So... You know, I don't know why I feel this, but I felt it as soon as I started to meditate, that somebody doubts that what you're saying is the truth, Sagittarius. And yet, you allow it to make you doubt what you know to be your truth. And that's unfortunate. Because I think you know exactly what's true for you. And that little seed of doubt that needs to go. Now you have the star and the devil here, Aquarius, Capricorn energy showing up in your energy. So this is saying, don't, you know, you might be tied to old patterns of thoughts or behaviors that don't serve you anymore, and you're reaching for something new, and then sometimes you're being pulled back into old behaviors, and then you're reaching for something new, and then you're pulled back into it. That's normal, because say you've been in a negative mind frame for a while now, then it makes it you have forward momentum towards that, right? So momentum just doesn't stop, but it'll dissipate over time. So as we evolve, bad habits will creep in. That'll be normal, but you don't let yourself get dragged back into it and stuck in it again. You just acknowledge, oh man, I did that again. That sucks. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. You know, and then you and then you slowly pull yourself out of it by giving more momentum towards your hopes and your desires and a higher elevation of hope. So it's like, I see you're still having like a back and forth between your light and your darkness, but there's more stability coming in for you and more foundational energy, more grounding energy, money for some of you. You know, especially if you've been working towards something that impulsively drives you and you're invested in it, then you might get some financial rewards here. So it's like, you know, this can try and hold you down all at once, but the star is going to trump this, you know, meaning like your hope's going to trump the negative energy every time. If you allow it. If you allow your desire to become more than the old habits. But I still feel like there's a bit of wobble in your energy, and that's okay. And that's okay. And when you have bad days, Sagittarius, let it be okay. Let it be okay, and then start over the next day. You know, and then start over the next day. It's important that you renew yourself every day. Meaning you don't take the prior day's BS into the next day with the expectation that it'll repeat. Because what you expect, you get. So it's like, bad days only accumulate into a bad life when we're not releasing the prior issue so that we can bring into a new energy. And every single morning you have the opportunity to renew everything about you. Your physical well-being, your emotional well-being, your spiritual well-being. You have that opportunity every single day. So I know you guys get tired of hearing me say it, but meditation first thing in the morning will be the quickest way to move yourself into positive momentum forward and release the negative momentum forward. The art of gratitude will get you there as well. And being present in the present moment. Not letting your mind wander. Getting out of your head. Getting into your environment more. That's all going to pan out for you, I feel. Ace of Pentacles, the King of Swords. So whoever you're connecting with, they want to present you another opportunity here. Or there's a commitment here, possibly. This person's very contemplative. They're kind of stuck in their head a little bit. Ooh, but there's love here. There's love here. This person may be walking away from this feeling of hurt or betrayal, but not really. They're kind of stuck on it. I'm just being honest with your cross watcher. They're still, because they're so focused upon it, they're so focused upon something that went wrong, it makes it hard for them to pull in what's right, what's new, what's coming through. But there's generosity being given and reciprocity. And this is the first time I've ever noticed that there's an infinity symbol on this. Which is just a reminder that what is given is received. What is given is received. So I feel like this person has either a lot of potential and love for you, or you're downright committed and in love with them, or they just got a lot of love to give. You know, they're allowing some chapters to close in their life. They've really thought about things, and they're wanting to be more generous in the energy, more equal give and take. That is what you want as well. But see, you've got some patterns of old behavior here that are showing up, codependencies even. But, you're also getting the courage to push through that and deciding to choose your own unique path to joy. You know, sometimes I feel like people don't reach enlightenment because they think it means that they have to be someone they're not. You know, like when people come to me for readings and I start telling them, okay, just find more joy, they immediately think, well, I'm not ready to change my diet or give up smoking or, you know, to change all these perceived bad things. There's no bad thing. I know we're programmed to believe that, but you're not being judged. But you're being judged by others, but those others, they don't even know who they are. But you're never being judged by Source because Source is unconditional. God is unconditional. Unconditional. No condition denies you the well-being and love that is naturally yours. No condition. So I don't care what Mama said or your neighbor said or the guy at work said or your friend said, that's wrong, that's right, that's bad, that's good. No such thing. Only the labels we give it in our mind. And so when I'm teaching people about enlightenment, what I'm saying to them is, you're whole right now, the way you are, with the way you live, with the habits you have, and you don't have to change anything other than you thinking that you're not. You thinking that you have to strive to be this perfection that does not exist. It does not exist. Because you're perfect the way you are. The way you are. The way that you are. Nobody is judging you. Your well-being is intact. You are perfect the way that you are. And it's not about changing your lifestyle. It's about understanding that. But also, when you understand that, you'll naturally start changing anyways, because you won't be judging yourself. You'll naturally do things that feel good to you when they feel good to you. And if it doesn't feel good, you won't do it anymore. And that's how you come into alignment. Oh my gosh, these are intense messages today. Sagittarius. Woo! Woo! Okay. All right, so you could be dealing with, I don't even know where to go after that. I was not expecting that. I don't usually go on rants like that, but clearly, clearly, Sagittarius, you needed to hear that, or somebody you're connected with, because there's too much of this, I need to do this, I need to do that to be good, to be loved, to be deserving. No, you don't. You just need to be you and believe that you're deserving anyways. Simple as that. There's too much of that going on in your energy. All right, so you could be dealing with Aquarius, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries, Leo. I've given that message on my Facebook before. And sometimes people don't like that message. Especially if they're mad at, like, say you have someone mad at you, and I just told you you're perfect the way you are, and that person's like, no, they're not, because they're not being this way and they're not being that way. That person is judging you, but God is not judging you. That person is placing conditions on you because they're saying you're not loved unless you're loving towards me. And that's that person's issue, not yours. And I know that sounds cold and harsh, but they're loved too, unconditionally. And if they stopped placing conditions on people needing to respond to them in a certain way, then they would discover the same exact thing that I just told you, which is they are also perfect the way that they are. And I know it's easier said, obviously. Obviously. I know unconditional love is a hard concept for people to wrap their mind around. I get it. But that doesn't mean that that's not the answer. Because it's always the answer. Always. Every time. Every single time. All right? And I'm never going to be swayed from that message. So, because that's the truth. I could turn the table. Oh my goodness. Capricorn. I'm so resistant to say it. Capricorn, you're trying too hard to prove a point. And I have Capricorn in my chart, so duly noted. Thank you. All right. Trying too hard to prove a point. Okay. So, yeah, because you can't impact other people's perception, Capricorn. People view life from the lens that they're living. And I guess this is a message to myself as well. So this is all about, yeah, people's perception and speech and thoughts, and not just coming to the understanding that if it's for them, it'll be for them. If it resonates, it resonates. If you resonate with someone, then they'll naturally vibrate towards you. So don't push it, don't force it, because that causes you pain, you know. This is all about healing powers and growth and release and personal development. But also talks about generational trauma, which is really interesting, and self-doubt and shame, you know, and forgiving of self. So I don't know how this relates, but I have been feeling, I don't know how to explain this. I was watching a documentary last night, and it was about a woman who experienced kind of a very traumatic event in childhood. And she carried that event with her into her entire life, meaning she was never able to release the pain of one moment in her life, a millisecond. That millisecond she could not release, and she was well into her 60s, and she was still reflecting on it, still stuck on it, still bringing it into the future. And, you know, first of all, that's how impactful we are as children. So protect your children, you know what I'm saying? Like, keep them as vibrationally close to the source they came from as you can, with love, comfort, and warmth. I can't express how important that is, how we treat our children. But it was very interesting to me that the human psyche can have something negative happen, and then we can perpetuate that negativity for 70 years when there are 70 years worth of good life experiences and well-being that are surrounding that one moment. And that really, she was talking about in the documentary that she finally came out of it by being able to release and by being able to notice how many good things she had in her life around her, but she couldn't see it. She couldn't see it because it was so traumatic. And I don't know why that clip is coming into my mind for Capricorn, but there's something maybe in childhood or generational trauma that has happened within your family or within your life that has actually impacted you on a conscious or subconscious level for many, many years. And it's like, it's altered your perception of yourself. And let's go back to what I was saying. It always makes you feel, Capricorn, that you need to prove a point. And that's what you need to let go. That's what you need to let go. The needing to have someone accept your point of view or even understand you. Okay? This says, whenever I give attention to wanted or unwanted, I'm creating. I'm going to read the back of the card because I like it. It says, you were born with a magnificent emotional guidance system that lets you know in every moment exactly what your vibrational content is, which is being matched by law of attraction. Whatever I give attention to, wanted or unwanted, I'm creating it. So it's like a hyper focus on something that was maybe traumatic or that made you feel shameful or made you doubt yourself. You've held on to that too long, and it's time to let that preconceived notion go or that moment in time go, because you have eons and eons and eons more of life to live that have nothing to do with that pain, and you can't keep bringing that into your future. Okay? But, why are these readings so deep today? This retrograde's bringing up all the old stuff. I don't know what's going on. I like upbeat readings. I mean, this is upbeat in the fact that you're releasing it. So let's see what else. Now, this is more of a social type of vibe. I had these upside down. And you may be feeling a bit more social, okay? Feeling more prone to express your thoughts. More inspiration coming through with the Ace of Wands. I feel I'm so far away from you guys. Feeling more inspiration here, okay, Capricorn? So I like that. So you're getting inspiration in this time frame, all right? You're getting inspired. Some of you might have healing powers, and I don't mean that to sound like you're like a superhero or something, although I think you are. But I mean like Reiki, energy healing. Some of you may be drawn to that or looking into that, or reading up about the well-being that the 7 trillion cells in your body have naturally without any external force. Something, you might be being drawn to that sector or have something to figure out as it pertains to energy work. What's going on with my cards? 5 of Wands in the reverse. I'm getting a lot of reversals today. I like that the 5 of Wands is in reverse, actually. 10 of Wands and the Strength. So I feel like Capricorn, there's an internal struggle here, or you might be letting go of conflict, but not really, because you know what this is a perfect representation of? This is a perfect representation of something that's old news, an old issue, struggle, conflict, that's no longer, that you're still carrying in your thoughts and emotions right now, and needing to let go. All right, and I think you're having the courage to do so, the confidence to do so. As it pertains to work, you might have a lot of struggles going on, or a lot of things that you feel you have to do, obligations you feel you have to do, but you have the strength and the inspiration here. So I don't remember who I was saying this in, what zodiac sign it was, but it's like when you can turn the mundane into inspiration, that's when you know you're getting closer to enlightenment. When you can take something as mundane as driving into work or doing laundry and turn it into an inspired thought, that's when you're in alignment. When everything serves you, meaning you're able to place yourself in so much gratitude of just being alive that you're in inspirational thought form. That is a conscious choice, by the way. But sometimes when life gets heavy, we stop seeing the beauty around us. And it's easy to do and it's difficult to get out of. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on with you, as learning to be more courageous, more positive, and to push through that energy, and inspiration is coming in to help you with that. This could be about making amends, but it's definitely about release. Oh, man, these are like, what's wrong with me? 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, I'm losing my voice, and the Tower. So whoever you're dealing with, Capricorn, I feel like there is a foundation being built here. All right, and this person, although they seem a bit guarded in their energy, they're going through a lot of emotional changes that are freeing to them, and they may be freeing themselves of some trauma or shame or things that they've had difficulty letting go of. But I feel like this person is, I heard two words, family and fortune. They might be inheriting a family fortune. I mean, that's going to be like one or two of you, but that's what I heard. It's just this fortunate feeling, but then kind of being protective over that, being very guarded of it, because there's a lot of changes going on here. All right, I see it as positive changes. This person is kind of learning to trust a little bit more. You know, their perception may have been that they needed to stay guarded against something, but it's like that's not really serving them either. But I feel that this person's getting inspired. They may be watching you go through some changes, Capricorn, and being inspired by that, or vice versa. They may be seeing the strength in you, and that's inspiring. You may be seeing the changes in them, and that's giving you strength. You may be bouncing off of each other's energy, so to speak. So, that was deep. Leo energy, Scorpio energy here, Aries, Sagittarius, Virgo, Capricorn, Pisces, Aquarius. Whew. Oh my gosh, I'm at 2 hours and 30 minutes. Somehow I've got my cards jumbled up here. Hold on a second. It's going to drive me crazy. Okay. Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate that. Aquarius. Give me a second. Okay, two things. One, can I just say how much I love this new crystal? I already said that. Two things. I saw a flame when I opened my eyes above the camera. I know y'all think I'm tripping. It's in my mind's eye, I guess. Let me say that. And then I heard softening of the pain. So things are softening a bit for you. As it pertains to pain, whether that's emotional, physical, doesn't matter. And as I say, there's a flame. Oh my gosh, look at this. See the flame in the card? It's like a new spark of desire, inspiration, because you're softening and letting go of the pain, I feel. Which has been a long journey for Aquarius, and I have watched you guys go through it and experienced it on my own, of course, as we're all connected. But it's been a journey of remembering what inspires you and letting go of things that take away from that. This energy here is all about your impulses. You know, your willpower, going for it, you know, having the strength. It's a very exciting energy, so I like that for you. It's Aries energy for some of you. But just like I said with Sagittarius, this can also be an impatience, anger, you know, wanting to take the lead and needing to kind of back away from that, okay? So if you have been finding yourself impatient or angry or moody, it's, you know, I'm not going to say that it's not okay to feel that way, because we're here to have moods, right? But it's like, don't let it consume you, you know? But I actually felt a softening energy. So I feel that that energy is softening a bit for you during this upcoming week, right? So this says the universe is big enough to fulfill my every intent. Wow. So get rid of the self-limiting beliefs, the self-limiting doubts, the self-limiting thoughts, Aquarius, because this is saying if you want it, it's yours. If you desire it, it's yours. The universe is big enough, and there are infinite possibilities and infinite ways things can change. And you just kind of got to sit back and let yourself be softened in your energy a little bit, allow a little bit more in, and go for your desires, you know? I don't remember who I was saying that for, but if you have a desire for it, then it can be yours. But you have to also be in the belief and the allowing of that desire, right? So this is a reminder to you that there is no end, amen, to what is possible for you. Nothing other than your self-limiting beliefs that you may be carrying along with you. Then you have the moon and the high priestess here. So this is about coming into your power, Aquarius, being more intuitive. This is your dream state. Now, this is interesting because I've been keeping a dream journal. I've never done that before. I always thought it was a little kooky. But my dreams have been so intense lately that I'm like, I got to write these down. And you guys know I'm an Aquarius. So I feel like your dream state, Aquarius, may be very, very vivid and speaking to you. And it wouldn't hurt to keep a dream journal. I actually was reading through it this morning, and what sounded like a bunch of nonsense when I wrote it down, and it always sounds like nonsense, actually made a lot of sense to me when I read it back. For instance, I noticed that in every single dream I have, there's water present. Whether it's a water fountain, a flood, an ocean, a lake, a pond, there's always water. It's consistent in every single dream. You know, which water represents in the dream state your emotions, your intuition, and the state of the water was showing me what underlying emotion I was truly having, whether it was a hurricane coming in or the water was still, or the water was flowing, you know. So pay attention to those things, because your higher self is always trying to give you signs, synchronicity, intuition. It's always speaking to you. It always wants to guide you. You were sent with a personal guidance system, all right? Promised to you by the universe. And so it's like, if you can dream it, it's yours. If you can dream it, it's yours. And pay attention. Pay attention to those downloads. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to how you feel. And not just the dream state, but how do you feel when you wake up from the dream state? Because I noticed some mornings I would wake up and I would feel anxiety. And sometimes I would wake up and I would feel great. So also pay attention not just to what's happening in the dream, but how does it feel? Does it feel scary? Does it feel good? You know, and process that. Because this is a very, very intuitive energy, and it would be a waste not to honor it and pay attention to it, is what I'm saying to you, okay? It's kind of came out sideways. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and the Death card. All right, so major things coming in here. Wow. I wanted to go like this. Don't make fun of me. High five. Aquarius. This is what I felt in your reading that I did last week. It's like, hello, new opportunities. Hello, big changes. Hello, new clarity. Hello, new information. Something you dreamed about. Something that was in the dream state is coming down into the tangible. This is exciting. This is exciting. So it's, you dreamt it, you felt it, you believed it was yours, and it's here. Now, this could come in a lot of different forms, and I'm not going to try and nail it down because it's going to be for all of you. It's going to be different for all of you. It could be money, could be love, could be relationships, could just be new ideas, but it's good. It's really good. That's what I'm telling you, because there's some sort of new opportunity or commitment coming through, new communication, new information, new clarity that's really going to change everything for you. All right, new information, seeing things in a new way. It could be in regards to Aries, Pisces, or Scorpio, because those are the 3 signs that I have out. But there's a major change here. A major change after a period of feeling like nothing was working out for you. After feeling like something was lost. And underneath that, emotional satisfaction is here. Ooh-wee. I'm trying not to beam. I feel beaming. I'm like beaming for you right now, Aquarius. This is good. This was really good. Okay. Person you're dealing with. All right, they have Page of Wands in the reverse. They're not playing around anymore, all right? Somebody's establishing their self-worth here. Balance being served, karma being served in this situation here with whoever this is you're connecting with. If this person's kind of had this nonchalant, flippant attitude, that's changing. It is practical, more of a practical energy that's showing up. This person kind of knowing their worth, but also seeing your worth. And then the karmic scales of justice coming in, you know, things rebalancing, recalibration here. I'm not getting what that's about. Maybe I'm not going to. Okay, I guess I will. You know, there's a sense of enlightenment coming in on this person's side, and something that's been in like a gestational period, because that's exactly what I heard. Something that's been in the works for about 9 months is about to come through. So what are we in? We're in October. 9 months ago would have been like January, February, right? So it could have been a dream that you had or an intention that you set that's coming through for you during this time frame, or it could be on this person's side too, because you have to keep in mind that whoever you're connected to, the energy is not just true for you, it's for them too. So they could be having something that they dreamt about coming through for them, and it gives them the validation that they're on the right course, and it balances things out in their energy, and then they stop toying around with the idea and become more grounded and rooted. So it could be interchangeable here, but I just feel like, yeah, now this person's energy, they are a free thinker, okay? This person also could be very intuitive themselves. They could have their own spirit guide. Well, we all have a spirit guide, just some of us talk to ours and some of us don't. I feel bad for the spirit guides where their humans don't talk to them. You know, like, your spirit guides are lonely if you're not talking to them, you know. No, they're not. They're not. They're guiding you, loving you, whatever. Whether you acknowledge them or not. But it's nice to acknowledge the forces outside of you sometimes, FYI. But I feel like this person, I heard angel wings. I don't know what this is about. This person has a guardian angel, or there's some sort of protection here. This person may be a protector, protective. This is a really weird message. I've been getting, all the messages today have been deep. But the point is, there's a reflective period going on here. There's something that you dreamt of, that you're coming to the awareness that if you dreamt it, it could be yours. And because you've realized that and you believe it, it's here. Could be finances, could be love. It does not matter. It's good. There's changes coming through. Okay, transformations coming through, and it's reverberating into this person or back to you. All right, so it could be dealing with Sagittarius, Taurus, Libra, Aries, Pisces, Scorpio, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries again, Sagittarius. That's what I have. No, I don't mean you're dealing with every zodiac sign. I'm saying that there's thousands of people watching this, and one of those zodiac signs might be it, and one of them might not be it. That's up to you to decide. You know who's in your life. Although some of you, maybe you're having a party. Because personally, I know a Sagittarius, a Taurus, and a Virgo. Maybe they're all going to come see me. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like in a sarcastic way. I was addressing your comment. It's a party. Oh gosh, now I have that song in my head. Red Solo Cup, I fill you up. It's a party. Are we having a party? Okay. Whee-oo, Pisces, give me 1 second. That was fast. Mirrors. Mirrors. Like as soon as I closed my eyes, what I saw was me sitting in the middle of a room surrounded by mirrors, all reflecting back to me who I am and what I'm giving out. So Pisces, that's what there's a lot of self-reflection going on right now in your energy about who you are and who you want to be. And how what you feel about yourself is mirroring in your external environment by how other people see you. But that was very clear. Very clear. You know, I think that the Piscean energy right now is coming into this understanding of how connected they are with everything around them. And being able to reflect back to themselves how situations turned out based on how they were behaving or feeling, and how they feel about themselves and how that's connected to how things have worked out, especially in the relationship sector, but it could be in the career sector as well, Pisces. See, this card came out, but I don't feel that's your card, so I'm going to put it back. We'll see. Here it is. Yeah, this is what I was feeling. This is Pluto, Scorpio energy here. It's all about transformations and changes, renewals, your motivation, your personal power, coming into your evolution, cycles, death, rebirth, suspicion, obsessions, intensity. It's the clearing out. It's the clearing out process of all those extreme issues and emotions that are changing within you. You know, I once had a psychic tell me that I needed to do a meditation. Thank you for the $5. Aw, what a sweet message. Thank you, Daisy. I once had a psychic tell me to do a meditation, and in the meditation to imagine that I'm surrounded by mirrors, and then give positive affirmations and allow the mirrors to reflect that back onto me. I kind of thought she was crazy, but I don't think I'm just kidding. I mean, look at me. I don't think anyone's crazy. I thought it was a crazy concept, let me say that, but I did it. And it was astounding. It actually, what it does is it reverberates the energy you want to receive back to you. And so when I would go into these meditations and I would close my eyes and, you know, give myself positive affirmations. I love you. I love this. I love that. I love that. I love that. When I would come out of them, I would go downstairs and like all of a sudden my kids were like, I love you, mommy. Like the dog was adoring me, and it literally created an energy wave of love. And then people responded to that in a very loving way. And I'm telling you this, Pisces, because that's the vision I had immediately of you. So I feel like it would help you to sit in a meditative state and imagine yourself surrounded by mirrors, and then and then reverberate how the good qualities of yourself, what you love about yourself, and let yourself absorb it. You'd be surprised how good you'll feel, you know, in the art of doing that, because there's some sort of inner renewal that's happening here. So then there's an abundance of everything. Shortage is only a perception. It says you keep thinking there's a shortage of abundance, but shortage is only a perception. So a lot of times our minds like to believe that there is like an ending, or like we can only be happy on Saturday and Sunday, but on Monday we have a shortage of happiness. Or I only feel energized under these circumstances, and otherwise I feel a shortage of it. And it's saying that's your mind playing tricks on you, because there's always abundance available to you, meaning abundance amount of energy, abundance amount of love, health, well-being, and the only thing that cuts you off from that is your belief that you can't always be in that mood, or you can't always have that, you know. And it's a closing yourself off energetically to what is the truth and what is available to you. And there is no shortage. There is no shortage of anything ever, other than our beliefs around it. There's no shortage of time either, because for some reason I feel like some of you are thinking you have to do something in a certain amount of time, or at this time, or by this time. And it's like, no, you're limiting yourself because you have all the time in the world. Free yourself up from that thought as well. Inspiration coming through for you. You can't see my cards anymore. Hey, Virginia, thank you for the super chat. Inspiration is coming through for you. Pisces, passion, intensity. You know, if you're in a relationship, this is a good time to reignite your sex life. Your Kundalini energy, you know what I'm saying? It could really recharge your energy if you're in a healthy relationship. Just saying. If not, well, you can... I'm not going to say that. Because I was going to say that and I didn't say it. You know what? Refresh your Kundalini energy however you want. It's important that we pay attention to all pieces of us, and that's one part of our energy, right? So don't be ashamed of that. You know, if you're feeling inspired and intense and whatever, put it out there, I feel. Put it out there. All right, what's going on with my cards? I got 2 reversals. So the good news is you're coming out of the 2 of Swords, which is kind of confusing, kind of intense energy, self-doubting, self-limiting. You're coming out of that, so that's the good news. If you've been at a split decision or at a crossroads and really contemplating on that and not being able to see the bigger picture, Pisces, or what the right decision was, I feel like contemplation time is over. You have made a decision and you are not confused about it, at least during this time frame. That it's coming from inspired thought. It's coming from all these renewals and inner changes you're going through. And, you know, even though you may have contemplated for a long time or felt stuck for a long time, I feel that you're no longer looking outside of yourself for the validation that you need, and that self-doubt is lifting, and you're becoming more aware and clear and conscious. And because of that, there's more abundance coming in, so to speak, for you. Major changes going on, okay? And it can feel a bit intense or extreme even, but I feel it in a good way. Let's see this person's energy. They're in the 10 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, 8 of Cups in the reverse. Whew. So, Pisces, whoever it is you're connecting with, they may have a lot of obligations or a lot of heaviness in their energy, but I feel that they're getting more generous in their energy with their time and feeling more at ease, even though I don't have an at ease card. That's what I feel. In their environment, more comfortable in their environment, comfortable with where they're at. There might have been some envy going on or some anger going on in this person's emotional space, but I feel that they are letting that go. Kind of. They're kind of going back and forth, to be honest with you, on an emotional level of being somewhat still angry or not happy with the situation, but learning to walk away from it and then kind of being drawn back into it. and then kind of walking away from it and kind of being drawn back in. So there's a little wobble in their energy, so to speak. They're not really fully, I heard capable. Well, anybody's capable of anything, but maybe this person doesn't think that they're capable of like letting this moodiness go, or whatever this emotion that has them almost kind of resentful a little bit, you know. It's what weighs them down in life in general, is this emotional space right here. But then there's this other very practical side that they're getting more comfortable with. And because they're getting more comfortable with it, they're more willing for equal give and take in their life. So this person is also learning about abundance as well, and not setting limitations or limitations, I'm arguing with myself. Limitations on themselves. They're not placing limitations on themselves. Learning that. They're still kind of doing it, but they're learning. It's like they're letting go, but they're not. But they're learning, you know, they're getting a little bit lighter, but they're learning. Yeah, I like that. They're in the process right now. Because there's a lot of transformations coming in, and there's inspiration here. So could be dealing with water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. I have all the signs here. Air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, fire. Maybe you're like Aquarius and you're having a party and you're dealing with all of them. Just take it as it resonates, guys. It's a general reading. I don't know why. I was going to shuffle and do another sign. I don't know. But that's what I have for you guys today. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate all the love and support, and I love you guys so much. And more readings will probably be coming out sometime this week. I'm not putting time frames on my readings anymore because I myself have went back to listen to readings and they still resonated with me, even though I did them, you know, last year. But time is malleable, and also it gives me more flexibility to post the reading when I feel called to do the reading versus on a timetable, because my readings are the best when I feel inspired to do them versus when I feel I'm obligated to do them. So my readings will probably be coming out more of a free-flowing type of way, and they're not going to have timelines on them. But I'm going to steadily keep putting them out every 2 weeks. So as long as you're subscribed, you're going to get them. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget to get this shirt for yourself and this jewelry for yourself on my sister's online boutique. And either way, I'm loving you guys so much. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Bye.